vacation, but we will be catching up a little bit more formally. But Annie Dalton, firstly, welcome to Campbell's Comments. Welcome to the Nutrien Experience.
Thank you very much. Really looking forward to it. Mark and the team have been really accommodating and helping. I actually rang a couple of weeks ago and said, help. I said, is there any way we can be with certain people in the stables because we all help one another? Not a problem. So that was lovely.
And so your first experience, I suppose, so far has been great and positive.
Yes, no. Mark came out home and we had a really good chat and it was lovely. And, nothing, if anything's a problem, they're willing to try and help you. And one of my clients, who's been a client for 25 years, sent me an email after he'd put all his entries in, and I got back was, what a wonderful, positive people they are to work with. This will be lovely. And I thought, well, that's from a client of 25 years. So
what we need is buy-in from everyone. And it does. It gets better and better. I love it. I mean, I say it on here. Yep, I get paid by them, so there's no worries. I'm not hiding it. There's a reason I have the hat on. But I love it. It's so much fun, and it's a great family to be a part of it. Preparation this year, how many are you preparing?
I've got 8. I've got 5 for Melbourne and 3 going to Bathurst.
Well, that'll be great. Bathurst is something exciting. I think it's going to be a new experience. The horse is going to be on the grounds, not at the showground, so I think that part's going to be great, and it's going to be a really, really good experience, I think.
We've been to Bathurst before a long time ago with a few horses, and we love it. It's an excuse to have a few days away, and the people up there are just typical country people, and they're all so kind and nice, and we love it up there. So, yeah, looking forward to it.
And on that, you say about good excuse to get away. It is actually a good excuse to get away because they've got their Gold Crown race series, semi-finals on the Friday night before the sale on the Sunday. Then you can hang around for the next week and see some great racing there in the middle of New South Wales. And the areas need it because they've been ravished this year by floods and COVID, the whole box and dice.
It's so bad. And even round here, the people who are suffering, and it's like, oh, well, the water's gone now, so everything's okay, but it's not. Feed, hay is going to be the biggest problem, and nobody's sort of forward thinking into that at the moment. And for areas around Dubbo, Bathurst, all the growing areas, Hay Plains, all those, they've lost everything. It's really sad.
It is sad, and we've got to keep them, and anyone watching this, well, hopefully they can be happy about it, and we can bring a bit of brightness into their life. Over the years, you've had this habit of, I suppose, changing ensembles, if you like. And do we expect to see that now as we've just got a little bit older? Like it might not move quite as quick as we used to?
No. And I've got to the stage where the only reason I used to really take them in the ring was people knew they were my horses, and that was important for the clients. I represent the client, and that's my horse represents me. But now it makes it a bit harder. I've only got 5 at Melbourne, so that mightn't be so bad. But I know last time I was down there, I was really quite ill with a bad leg, and I stood up the top and they all led the horses up for me and they took them all back. So I don't know. We'll just wait and see.
So for fashion sense, though, for people with a fashionista, the lime green, what do we wear that might match with the lime green? Because it is a sea of green when you get to Inglis, that's for sure.
Well, we'll have to work on that. It might be a big surprise on the day. But I do. My philosophy is you should represent yourself as you would like people to see you, that they look at you and go, well, look at that. Doesn't that look lovely? Then they'll look at the horse and go, God, that horse looks good. That's what I'm all about,
You and
Proud of what I do.
You and I were both in New Zealand. That's the one thing they do in New Zealand. It's the one thing I want them to do here. I've got 4 hats. You see me, I had a different hat on. We've got to embrace it, change it, and have fun with it, and that's what it is good. And it's great to have you in part of the Nutrien team. We're here at Shepparton for the ID18. You are actually cooking the barbecue, and we've got a couple of people waiting, so we'll cut you a little bit short, but we will be at the stables. Probably, around, just quickly, when will your yearlings start prepping?
They'll come in at the Bathurst ones will come in halfway through January, and the others will come in at the end of January. So, yeah. But they all look really well, very happy with them.
People can get in touch with you prior to that. If they're out and travelling over the Christmas break and having a look around, they can get in touch with you through the catalogue.
Yeah. Just give us a ring. We're always home. We'll be away at Christmas for a couple of days, but that's about it.
The online catalogue is online now. The hard copy will be out just prior to Christmas. I'm hoping about 2 weeks prior to Christmas or a week prior to Christmas we'll be able to start getting those out and getting them out for people. Still got a long way after that. Like Melbourne's not until April, so there is plenty of time. But just some good Christmas reading as well. Annie, thank you very much.
You're welcome, Paul. Good to see you out and about.